But mysterious monuments is more than just look at these incredible monuments and their true meaning, their occult meaning, but it explains exactly the process of the Illuminati and this reinvention of the world by first destroying the current world and then building back from order. Bringing order out of chaos.
Here's Anton LaVey doing the same thing that all the presidents and Masonic leaders and communist leaders and Pat Robertson are doing.
That's on the back cover of his Satanic Bible.
And what is this particular? What does the lion's paw mean?
Well, the lion's paw basically means that if I reveal the oath that I've taken, may my chest be torn open and my beating heart be made the prey of vultures. So again, these are all. There's another sign that indicates, the neck. May my throat be slit from ear to ear if I reveal the secrets of the order of the Illuminati and of the Masonic lodges. So all of these things we have to understand. Barack Obama, by the way, is a Prince Hall Mason. Jesse Jackson is a 33rd degree Mason, and no doubt his son is. So all of these people are members of these secret societies. By the way, the Order of Skull and Bones.
There's the James gang.
Here. Yeah, Jesse James, everybody thinks he was just a common robber. Oh, no, there they are giving the Masonic hand signs. So again, there's a lot of secret history, forbidden history, that is revealed in the book Codex Magica. In other words, the magic codes of the Illuminati.
All right, in the time we've got left, because I want to go to calls, and time just flies with you, Texe, so much information. It's on record. They want to start World War III. How are they going to get that done?
Well, there has to be, of course, just as 9/11 occurred, just as Oklahoma City bombing, there's got to be a false flag incident. It could be a suitcase nuclear bomb. And they will blame it, of course, on the chosen, the designated boogeyman enemy. Now, right now, we have the twin enemies of Pakistan and Iran. And in fact, Pakistan is being built up very fast into the new boogeyman, the new enemy. So we have these two Muslim nations. We may have, for example, a United States naval vessel being sunk or damaged in the Persian Gulf. Now, what happens?
Well, it came out that Cheney was planning to stage that.
Yeah,
that even came
exactly.
out with New Yorker magazine,
right.
And Cy Hirsch that he wanted to paint up patrol boats to look like Iranian boats and have Navy SEALs attack ships.
Absolutely. So this would be a false flag incident. And they will blame this on terrorists, okay? Maybe from Iran, maybe from Pakistan. And of course, we've got to retaliate against these terrorists. Now, the minute this occurs, the minute that there's war in the Middle East, okay, what happens? Well, first of all, the price of oil that has fallen from $147 a barrel down to $38 as of today will suddenly begin to go back up fast. We're going to say $200, $300 a barrel oil. But wait, that's not all. The Illuminati, for a long time, many years, decades, have controlled the price of oil. They wanted gold. They wanted to keep the price of gold down. I have never been one for saying buy gold. I just said no because the Illuminati control it. But hold on. Now they're changing course. Remember, they're going to be moving from this deleveraging, this deflationary spiral. They want to hyperinflate things. What better way to do it than oil, gold, and food, agricultural commodities? You're going to see an incredible explosion upward in the price of oil, gold, and food. These are the three levers that they will use. Real estate takes too long. The stock market, well, again, that takes too long. But these three things can be sent upward overnight. So I see once the whistle goes, war begins, panic. People will panic toward gold. They see it as a safe haven.
Well, that's already being reported that's happening.
Oh, yeah. So I believe it's very possible. Again, I'm a guy that I've had Power of Prophecy Ministries for 23 years. I have never said buy gold. But today on your program, this is the first time I'm telling people now might be the time. Why? The Illuminati did not want, inflation before. From the days of Paul Volcker, he gave us 22% interest rates.
To keep down inflation.
And now he's in charge of economic recovery. Former head of the Fed, Paul Volcker. He's the guy that gave America 22% interest rates. But wait, now they want that again. Now they want to bring up everything again. Hyperinflation.
All right.
But it all begins from war. War will instantly bring the hyperinflation.
Well, look at Pakistan and India. That was clearly staged, and that's even come out in Indian papers that was staged by Indian intelligence.
The day of the Mumbai killings there in India, supposedly by Pakistani terrorists, the day that occurred, oil began to go, gold that had fallen to 756 went up over 800 again. You see, this is the kind of thing that will swing gold and drive the price up to unparalleled heights. Once the war kicks off, then the Illuminati's process reverses. The whipsaw of economic destabilization begins. There are millions who are being destroyed by the spiral downward through deflation.
Okay, Tex, we got a
break. And millions
break.
more will be destroyed through the hyperinflation.
All right, I want to go straight to your phone calls. Let's go to the phone calls without further ado. Your chance to bring up any topic to myself or our in-studio. Our first in-studio guest in the new studio, pastor, professor, former military officer, a best-selling author, filmmaker, Renaissance man, Texe Marrs, and his lovely, sweet wife is out there with us as well. Let's go ahead and take a phone call. Let's go ahead and talk to Betty in Wisconsin. We ought to get Wanda in here in studio with us.
I think we should, too. She had a little beauty and the two beasts, right?
Speaking of beauty, Betty, you're on the air. Go ahead.
Hi, Alex. I first discovered you around Thanksgiving this year, and I didn't know you had been putting the word out there. My parents have been doing this for some 50, 60 years. You have the best conversation on the world. I love this station. I can't stop listening to it.
Well, please spread the word. That's how we reach more people.
That's what I want. I want to, spread your book, spread Tex's message, everything. This is the most intelligent, informative, truthful information we got to spread to the people worldwide. I'm glad you have worldwide listeners. I've been listening. But my question is, it kind of got off the message. I was going to call up about this War Powers Act. There was a freedom site website that states that we're under war powers since 1933. That was the conclusion.
Yes. Roosevelt put us under war powers in 33, but now they fully engaged it. It's kind of like you have a car that has fifth gear, but you're not always using fifth gear. We've been put into fifth gear, and Congress was told 8 weeks ago, you give us unlimited power. The bill said can't be reviewed, can't be looked at above the law. They said you do this or we'll declare physical martial law, and that was in the Arizona Phoenix Business Journal. I mean, that was in this article from yesterday admitting we are under War Powers Act. Bloomberg reported that War Powers Act, that even the other Fed governors aren't involved now. It's all secret. Trillions disappearing. I mean, this is open Ponzi scheme scammers looting and raping us and threatening us with the military and police. Tex, I wanted to ask you that, and then we'll go back to Betty. How do you see this unfolding, though, when they try to turn the police and military loose on the people? I don't see that going too well.
Well, remember, they first have to have this incredible 9/11 type incident. In fact, it's got to be a multiple of 100 times as bad as 9/11. So frighten people, and then you set up people as the boogeymen, okay? Patriots who own guns, patriots who demand their constitutional rights.
They're going to stage lots of little militia false flags and white supremacists.
Oh, absolutely. And so we have the creation already of the national security state, and we will see this fulfillment of the Big Brother process brought to its culmination. But remember, they must have enemies. And I believe the everyday citizen out there, the people who still believe in the Constitution and individual rights, and it doesn't matter if you're left or right wing, believe me, you are the enemy if you believe in personal freedom and individualism. And we're going to be the enemy, and they're going to use the media to point the finger at us.
Exactly, and we already see it happening. They're kind of going back to the old Clinton thing of militias, gun owners. Obama saying we're clinging to our Bibles and our guns. Go ahead and finish up what you were saying, Betty.
Yes, and then also along that line of the wars, like the development of these chemical manufacturing plants all dotted across the United States, and the nuclear bombs. I'm really scared for a World War III. The capacity.
Well, they're looking to start a global crisis in Central Asia and the Middle East. I don't know about things happening here, but very serious. Betty, thank you for the call. Let's talk to Eric in Wisconsin. Another call from Wisconsin. Eric, you're on the air. Welcome.
Hey, Alex and Tex, how you guys doing?
Good.
Hey, I got your book, Tex. I really enjoy it. You know, I'm looking at everything that's going on in the world, and you know, I've got a couple of things that I might want to bring to the table, some ideas of what I think might happen that I haven't heard anybody else talking about. In World War II, Hitler used a counterfeit as a means of weapon. He was going to fly over Europe and drop off a bunch of British notes. Do you think that there might be a possibility that, along with the inflation-deflation scam, that they might also cake up some kind of a huge counterfeit scam that might scare
the Federal
people
Reserve
into bringing their money into
the Federal
bank?
Reserve is counterfeit. Again, when the money's first printed, and Tex, I want to get your take on this when we come back. We're going to break. Understand, the bankers, when they first print the money, it has value. They're not even printing it. They're issuing zeros and ones in computers. They buy up real assets. Then, once it deflates in hyperinflation, they give us all the debt, and then they erect hundreds of new taxes through IMF, World Bank shock therapy to squeeze us out of it. What they do to third world countries, they're now doing now. We'll be right back.